Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again, and welcome back to my channel. New background. I am house sitting for my sister, so that's where we are today. I wish I had this background in all of my videos because the lighting is phenomenal. The home is relaxing. I mean, my home is too, but you know when you're in someone else's house and you can just like chill and relax? That's the vibes my sister's house gives. Today's video, I'm super excited because we are going back to one of my OG YouTube videos when I started almost 2 years ago now. I can't believe I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years. It's crazy, but 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I decided to start taking YouTube seriously. And I did a Christmas series of different, it was the 25 days of Christmas makeup looks or something like that. Today, I really thought it would be fun to go back in time, watch one of those videos and recreate the look now that we are more practiced with makeup and kind of better skill set because we learn as we go, right? I will link the video down below, but let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm so excited for today. For you guys, I'll put clips of the video up on the screen here, but in real time, I am watching it on my laptop. Let's go ahead and dive into today's video. On these because it's like a little like cushion for your face, and who doesn't love that? So I'm just gonna squeeze it a little bit, get some of that product out. My eyebrows here are just like. They're not horrible. They're just okay, like, is that a lot? Ugh, I don't know. Jeez. I don't know. I've never used P. Louise before. The glue brows. Soap brows. On my nose. I feel like I should clip my hair back. Okay, so little Kendall is going in with the P. Louise blush because in this video, I am going over the entire P. Louise and Michaela collab. Unfortunately, I don't have those blushes anymore. They expired, so I threw them out when I cleaned out my makeup drawer before I moved. So instead of the P. Louise blush, I'm going to be using my Man Eater by Tarte instead. Now, little Miss Kendall, she had a little different of a base routine. My brows are so freaking dark today, but that's okay. Okay, so little Miss Kendall had a little bit of a different base routine than what I do now, but she just had a solid foundation on. There's no contour really going on there. It looks like probably concealer too. I don't have concealer on right now because I didn't want it to crease before I finish the makeup look. So I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Man Eater and just hit my cheeks with some blush to start us out. And it looks like she's going in with quite a bit of blush. So we're pretty blush heavy. I'm gonna do some just a little bit more than what I typically would do. And I do place it a little differently now too, because I learned the shape of my face and what I like nowadays. The one thing about me though, is that I forgot all my makeup brushes at my house. So I'm stuck with blending with a beauty blender today. So I will have to use just a little bit more product than what I'm used to using on my face just because the beauty blender kind of sucks it up. I just watched that video back again and it looks like little Kendall put some blush on her nose too, and she put quite a bit on her nose. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. This blush is not as purpley undertoned as the P. Louise one that was sent in the Michaela collab, but we're just gonna work with products that I have. Let's go back and see what she does next. Liquid highlighters. I'm gonna be using the Eternal Ice and see what we think of this. Now when she goes right in with highlighter. She said contour, don't need her. It does look like I have a little bit of contour on though. Look at the reflect finger and dab this on. You can see that highlighter is catching the light there on my face. It is pretty. I don't know how I feel about it with my skin tone. So it looks like what little Kendall does is she puts on some liquid highlighter is what we're gonna do next, and then she goes in and sets the face. I do have the Michaela liquid highlighters, but I have them packed away already for a wedding that I'm doing. So instead of using that one, I am going to use the ColourPop. I know this is annoying that I'm not using the same exact products, but I just want to use what I already have on me today, okay? So ColourPop is, this is in Sugar Donut. It is their liquid highlight. Their liquid highlights are actually really, really beautiful, but it looks like she goes right in. She does not care. Okay, she does pat it out with her finger, so that's what we're gonna do. This is just adding a little bit of glow for me, which is what I really do like. And I still have to add my concealer, guys, so I am just kind of not being real particular about where I put this, but just being mindful that like some places are gonna be covered. Now, for me, I am gonna hit it with concealer real quick now that I'm done with all of those steps. Just little dots in the eyes here. So upset I didn't bring any of my brushes with me, but I really wanted to do this video. It's what I planned for, and I left my brushes right on the damn counter. What is my life? I'm just going to keep this focused under the eye today, not too crazy about dragging it out because I have all this laid down. And I did not sleep a wink last night, so the bags under my eyes we're just going to ignore them. Okay, we're all blended out as good as we possibly can. Liquid base. Don't love it. I don't know why I did steps like that. The blush is real subtle, but that's kind of how I want it right now. That's just what I would do differently. I don't really like a blush heavy liquid because I would rather go over with powder and make it more heavy of a blush if I want a heavy blush look. I'm very indecisive when it comes to blush, so usually that's one of my last steps in my makeup routine, and that's why I like to go in with powder and make it heavier if I want it heavier, because usually I don't know until I'm at those last steps. But let's go ahead and go in and set the whole face like little old me does back in the day, and then we'll be right back. Base is set for the most part. Let's see what she gets into next. Exactly what she did with this, so love that. Wow. Not the big fan brush. Wow. Oh, the brows, girl. The brows. I can't with the brows. Insane. They're so bad. Why did I think that was good? Watch, I'm going to watch this video back in like 5 years and be like, what the fuck are the brows? Okay. So pretty much she takes the P. Louise and Michaela combo highlight. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that this highlighter that I have is my go-to girl for highlight. I love her. I've never let go of her since that video. It's probably expired now. Still use it to this day, but it is shattered and disgusting and falling all over the place. So at home, I can get it all over whatever I want to get it over. It's my home. I'm not going to do it to my sister's house. So to keep things nice and clean for today, I'm actually going to be using a dupe of that product, and that is the NYX Buttermelt Highlight. This is in the shade Buttermint, and it has the same blue kind of undertones. It's kind of more of a blue than Michaela's, but honestly, she'll do. Okay, and I'm not using a fan brush. Okay, I don't know why that was a thing. More precise with a smaller brush when it comes to highlight. You can definitely use a fan brush if you want to, but in my opinion, using a smaller brush, you just get more control over where that product is landing. Old me would have used that big fan brush and been like all over my freaking face. And I do love a good highlight. The way my face structure is though, there is this point right here that kind of dips down when it comes to my outer eye. So I never have that nice like strip of highlight. It usually looks missing there, but when I turn, like you can see it better. To tone it down so it's not as like in your face, I do take my beauty blender over it and just kind of blend it into the powders underneath that. What's funny is when I watch this video back, I realize how new I was to YouTube videos. And I can just tell that my confidence on screen has gone up, which is really cool to see. Just the way I carry myself, the more fun that I have behind the camera, like the more I am myself with you guys, the more I have way more fun making these videos. It's just really cool to see growth, especially when it's yourself who's growing. I'm gonna put just a little bit on my nose, I think. It's just really cool to see because one, I've always loved makeup, and two, I think I finally have taken the time to like learn new skills about makeup, and I'm back working for a makeup store. So I just like, it's a full 360 moment. It's really cool to see, but let's see what little Kendall does next. This shade over here, it's called Wedding Blues. Ignore my hand, I had to clean off a brush, okay? So beautiful blue color. We're just going in with that. Okay, not, how do they do that? Yeah, that color. Yeah, that color. Our cut crease, because why would we not? You know what I mean? So let's see how this shows up. This is the pigment we're working with right now. It's actually not bad. So it looks like the first thing that I do is I go in with this shade here. It's called Wedding Blues, okay? Let me just show you. This palette is brand spanking new because the palette that you see in that previous video got left in Texas when I moved.
Why? 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 Why?
So yes, we have a brand new Michaela and P. Louise palette now, but the Wedding Blues is this color right here. Bold choice for me to choose for the first blue. But honestly, I see what I was doing back then. We're gonna go in and do a cut crease and see if we can make this look just a little bit better. Now guys, I am limited on my brushes like I said before. So to start this, I'm using the M402 brush. This is actually a brow brush, but the shape of this I think would work really nice with a cut crease. Cut crease we're gonna actually try to shape better to my eye shape. What's funny is watching back these videos is seeing like just me with a dream to do makeup and to just get online and do social media no matter what anyone else thinks. A couple Christmases ago, we were looking at old family videos that we had, and it was funny to see because there's like me as a little kid. When we got our video camera, I grabbed that baby and I was like, I'm recording myself because I'm a freaking star. And it's just so funny to see that like, oh, she actually like is doing that now. Like she is recording herself. And I just think it's so hilarious to see because it's like little me knew that I was meant to do something like this and now I'm actually doing it. And my goal here is just to like, I don't know. I just like doing makeup. I just want to share my passion with other people who also like makeup and possibly just show people makeup takes practice. And the more you do it, the more you will learn the skill set, and you just have to learn your face. You have to learn the products, how they react with your skin type. Like there's so much more that goes into makeup than people just sitting down and like throwing on some shadow and calling it a day. Makeup's not for everyone. That's fine. But like makeup is so fun for me. It's so feminine. It's so like I just get to learn so much and be artistic, and I am an artistic person, but I never knew exactly how to be artistic. Because I was like, well, I can kind of sketch, but I'm not really a painter, even though I enjoy painting. Can't really make music. I'm not really that good of a singer. Just things like that. I haven't tried pottery. I'd love to try pottery one day. I'm yapping, I know, guys, but like, I'm just saying, if you feel like you can just, it's creating something that is so cool, and I love that. So we have the little like blue shape that I kind of did back in the day. I made it a lot different though. So for this cut crease, I made sure to go just above my crease line because I have hooded eyes. And I kept this more subtle than what I had back in the day. More of like a wispy wing flowing outward. I know they're not even, but we're going to be shaping this up later, so that's okay. Also, my eyes are two different shapes, so you kind of have to take that into consideration too. But let's see what I do next. Yeah, definitely pig. Okay, this is where I kind of skipped ahead and made that V shape already. It is super pigmented. Like that's just with picking up once. I didn't even have to dip in again. Michaela, you're saving yourself here, okay, girl? And this is blending really well, which I really like. This was right after her mascara scandal, which is hilarious to me. But it looks like I'm dragging it underneath the eye as well to blend it into the outer edge. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it, Kendall. Why not? I'm going to use the same brush, though. She took this color right here. It's a deeper blue. Little old me built it up as in like a blue wing. But instead of doing just the wing, I'm going to kind of bring this in as like a kind of like a smoky eye effect. I wanted to go a little bit further into the eye because it was making my eye shape just look a little funky, keeping it that far out. I'm actually going in with a fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend this more so into the eye and just make sure everything is blended and not splotchy. And instead of connecting this straight under the eye, what I'm going to do is just to make it a little bit more like crisp underneath the eye, I'm going to go back in with the small brush here that we used earlier. Keep it real tight underneath the eye, like really, really close to my lash line here. Stamping it in. See how it's much more closer to my eye than in that video because I have it very much so blended out. It's not very evenly blended underneath the eye. And then I know that I go in with a lighter blue to blend this out and make kind of an ombre effect. So that leaves room for that underneath the eye as well. This one right here. And I'm just going to create a nice little blend crease that I created. The colors do blend very nicely. See how that eye shape here, it just complements my eye a little more better than what I have here. Stick with me with this super light blue color here. This one is Cody James. And it's super cute. It has his little name carved in there. How sweet. Okay, so I'm taking a very, very small brush and I'm making an ombre effect on the crease up here. So the color that I take is this Michaela Jane color right here, right? Is it that one? Yeah, Michaela Jane. It's this nice like lighter blue. This will be a good transition color, so that's cool. We'll stick with that. But the brush I use is a little bit different. This is a pointed brush here. I did use this in one of my previous videos when I did a green cut crease. And the little brushes like this, make sure that you can get really precise because I don't want the shadow. My shadow here, it gets a little crazy and goes pretty high for a cut crease. But this little brush, I'll have more control of where that shadow is going. I'm just gonna go right on top of this blue we put down up here. I will say that my cut crease wasn't that bad actually back then. This was back before I even did a cut crease before in my life. So these videos way back in my Christmas like series back then, I was just doing cut creases for the first time on camera, which is crazy. But I mean, whatever, girl, do your thing. So I'm almost acting like a painter here, where I'm being really, really precise of where I put colors. I'm just kind of using this to blend and create the ombre color. And I go in with this little brush. I'm going not right above the line, but I'm going on the edge of the dark color and a little above. So I'm mixing it a little bit, like half and half. And see how that created that nice transition into the dark? That's what you want. You want to soften up these edges over here. This super light blue color here. This one is Cody James. And it's super cute. It has, see how I kept it really thin at first and then it was just like straight light color. This is more of like a transition into the lighter color, so I really do like that. I'm going in and I'm blending more here, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're going in with that shade Cody James, just like I said there, and I'm gonna take a fluffy brush just like I did here. And with the fluffy brush, I used this earlier with the darker color. I'm just going to flip it so I still get some of that blue, but I'm going to really pack in that color Cody James. And with Cody James, I'm just going to kind of, let me get my hair out of the way. I'm just going to kind of like keep it over everything. I'm lightening up everything here and just using this to blend everything really nicely, almost so it creates that airbrush effect. See how nicely that kind of like softened up the outside? See how harsh this is right here? See how that blending just kind of, it just kind of softened up the edges a little bit to be just a little bit more nicer on the eye. With the 7/1/2023, their anniversary date or their wedding date, and I'm going to be using that glitter color. It's absolutely stunning. It is a gold. Whew. Wow, did you guys see that? Look at okay. I go in and just free ball it in with their July 1st, 2023 color. I'm not going to be doing that here. Instead, this is what I would do differently. First, because we just went in with light colors and blended all of this out really nicely, I want to define that crease just a little bit, and then we're going to cut it out with some concealer or foundation. I'm going to go back in with To Have and To Hold. That was that deeper shade of blue, and I'm going to very lightly go along the bottom of this cut crease in the front area. Okay, that's just gonna add just a little bit of definition for the cut crease that we're looking for. Today we're actually doing a half cut crease because that is what the look is that I did. Or we just kind of like go in with it and just slap on some glitter or whatever. I do just want to cut it out with concealer to make sure it's really, really crisp up in the crease. When I do a cut crease, I usually put the product that I'm going to use. Ignore this. I had to clean off a brush. We see the trend here on my videos. I put a little bit of that concealer on the back of my hand. I take a flat brush like this, pick up a little bit of product, but then I wipe and tap some of the excess off because since we're doing a half cut crease, we don't want too much product on the lid or else it gets real messy real fast, okay? Tapping on the lid where nothing is to get excess off. And then I'm going to use the edge of the brush to tap and create a cut crease along that blue line. This is where you really get that shape of the eye, and this is where you really cut it out. That's why it's called a cut crease, because you're cutting out the eyeshadow and the shape of the eye. See how I only have this about in my corner and like halfway to where my pupil is right here? That's exactly where you want to cut this out in the front. Now guys, this is where things get a little bit tricky for certain people. So I have hooded eyelids. What that means is that some of my eyelid the top of my eyelid comes over my bottom eyelid just a little bit. So because of that, I have hooded eyelids in different spots on each eye. So that's why this one looks a little bit more wonky than this one. It's just the way my eye creases. But sometimes that's just the thing. Like if you're not doing a professional shoot, it doesn't have to be straight, perfect, precise. Like it's okay to follow the shape of your eye. All right. So now that we're cut out with concealer, now we're going to go in with that 7/1/2023. This is a silver color. We are going to put this all over the cut crease area. You really want to keep it focused on the tackiness of the concealer. So if you let your concealer just kind of chill for a second, it's going to make the glitter show up so much more and be so much more pigmented. I don't know why I chose to go in with this bright silver and not one of the really shiny like bluey colors to really match it all in. But most of the glitters in this palette do have the underhues with them. So like this one is silver, but it still has a bit of a blue underhue. There's other colors I would have chosen for this look, but this will do because we're going off of what I did before. Tap it into the concealer. I'm not swiping because I'm being really precise about where this glitter lands. Another thing I would have done a lot differently is I would have waited to do my base. Gonna go in with a mascara. Pause. You see how the glitter on this look before goes all the way across the lid? It almost makes the eyes look alien-like in my opinion and less of just a more flattering look for my face shape and my eye shape. It's not too bad. Okay, so basically what I did was I just went in with a soft color up top just to blend everything real nicely, and then I went straight for the mascara. Now, let me show you a different approach that I would take now. See how we just packed in that silver color? Well, it's not blended as nicely as I want it to be blended. So, with our blending brush we took earlier in the shade Cody James, this light color right here, very lightly, kind of tap it into blend out right here. See how it made right here super light? That's fine. We're just going to blend this harsh line right here so it blends into the glitter rather than like a straight line into the glitter. And because we got a little bit, oh, that's a chunk of glitter right there. That's fine. See how we got a little bit of that light color over there? I'm going to take the same fluffy brush with the dark color and just melt it into the lighter color that we just put down. Also, before we hit and kind of soften everything up, remember this small brush we took to do the top of the cut crease? I'm going to do the same exact thing, going in with the Michaela Jane color, and I'm going to do this underneath the eye to create an ombre underneath the eye. Really small. I'm keeping this tight to the eye. Do you see how that just made that color pop a little bit more than what you see on this side? That's what we're looking for. Now that we have the blue down, now I can go in and kind of soften up the top if you wanted to. You don't necessarily have to. I will because that's what I did. So with a fluffy brush, again, I am going to go in with the same shade I did in the video with When You Know You Know. It's a very soft transition color. So I'm just going to pick it up with a big fluffy brush and very, very lightly hitting this top eyebrow area. Nothing too crazy. I'm barely touching my skin because I just want this to be nice and flat and matted and just blended all together. Another thing I would change, in the video I went straight in with a mascara. I am not going to do that just yet. I'm going to hit my bottom waterline with this black Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil. If you're new to my channel, I use this in all of my looks. For me, since I have light eyes, it just really brings out and makes the eye pop. So this is going to add the dramatic effect to your eyes as well. So I'm just going in with this real light on my waterline. Do you guys see how that added just a little bit more dimension, a little bit more drama to the eye? I feel like it brings things together. Not only did I do the waterline, I also added a strip of black liner to my top eyelid just because it makes the lashes blend better into the eye look, I've learned, at least on my eyes. But yeah, just a little bit of drama. Go in, add a mascara.
Guys, so
Pops on a lash, forget the lips, girl. We don't care. Oh, she gave it an 8 out of 10. Okay. The lashes are pretty. I will give myself that. The lashes are pretty. Guess what? I'm still an Amazon lash girl. I will never change. Are you kidding me? You get a full pack of lashes for like $5-6. Why would you not? You know what I mean? Sometimes the lashes are a little wonky. Like, will I wear these? I don't know. Maybe do some Halloween looks with it. But I have these really pretty ones right here, and they're kind of a wispy eye, but also like cat eye, which means it's longer lashes outside, shorter in the front. So that's exactly what I want to do because I want to add the drama to this look, but also not covering up the cut crease that I just did. All that hard work, you don't want to hide it behind a fat lash. I still want a dramatic lash. So I'm going to go throw these puppies on, and then we'll come back. I'm doing a lip girl because if you're new on my channel, you know I've been dying to do... This whole year I've been trying to do lips, and I just know a good lip combo with this look, and I'm excited to try it. It's a new MAC lipstick I have, so I'll be right back. Lips today, like I said, I am a MAC girl these days. So I'm going to be using the MAC lip pencil in the color Whirl. I'm also going to be using the MAC lipstick. This is the Maximal Matte Lipstick in the shade 625, which is Folio. And then on top of it, I think I'm just going to hit it with this is the Ole Hendrickson Lip Balm Lip Gloss. This one has the shimmer in it. I absolutely love these. They're phenomenal. I seriously find it so funny that I was just like, nah, fuck the lips. We're not doing them. But I find that lips actually bring a whole look together. It truly is like the icing on a cake. But go ahead, line your lips. Now, this Folio color is absolutely stunning. It's what Angelina Jolie wore in Girl Interrupted. It is a beautiful, beautiful, like almost a brown nude, but like a muted. You'll see. You'll see. It's absolutely stunning. Like, it's just that muted. It's just that muted color. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. I love it. This is the final look. What do we think compared to how it was before? I think that this is a much more fitting eye shape for my eyes specifically. I think a lip draws the whole look together. I think a little more bronzy on the cheek. Really practice something and pay attention and have intention when you're doing your makeup. It will turn out so much better. Okay, even if you don't do these crazy looks that, you know, maybe you don't want blue eyelids. I get it. But whether it's your daily makeup routine or you're trying to be more creative with makeup, really take your time. Like I said, be intentional about where you're placing makeup. Don't just throw it on. Really treat it as like the art that it is and take your time with it. Have fun with it. That's what it's all about. If you hate it, wipe it off. It's that simple. It's not too serious. Do not get frustrated. But if you're really just trying to be better at it and make it look better, you have to try new techniques, okay? It's kind of like you can't solve a problem by making the same mistake over and over and over again. That is something that I think about with my makeup all the time. So whenever I look in the mirror and I say, ooh, my blush is ugly, or like, ooh, this don't look good. Whenever I have those moments, I literally think, okay, what can I do tomorrow that's a different technique that may fix that issue? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. This video was so much fun. I wish I could film in this location more often. I feel like it's just giving, you know? Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video with me. I post makeup tutorials every single Thursday. I also have a Tarot Tuesday series going on, which I post every single Tuesday, kind of educating about the tarot deck because that is also another passion of mine. So if you're interested in that, definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss another video with me. But that is going to do it today, guys. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next one. Love ya.